Overnight snow is gone from Bob Ford Field on the campus of the University at Albany. We are ready for America East Lacrosse on ESPN Plus, presented by Jersey Mike's. Today, the defending national champion and current number 4 ranked Maryland Terrapins take on the UAlbany Great Danes. Hi everybody, Rich Becker, former UAlbany star Mike Tesoreiro, high above Tom and Mary Casey Stadium here in Test. It really could not have gone much worse for UAlbany on a very similar type situation. An overnight snowstorm, but they got pushed inside last year.
No such luck this year, but the weather has broken. The snowstorm has stopped, so it looks like we have some clear skies right now. Last year the game started out tough for UAlbany. They started out with 2 face-off violations right off the rip. They were down quick in the first quarter. Really needed to get a good start here today to make sure they get a good start going today.
In order to get a good start here, they'll have to crack down on some top offensive players, including number 37, Daniel Maltz.
Daniel Maltz, the 6'2 senior out of Ashburn, Virginia, so far has 10 goals and 7 assists on the season. He's already matched his season totals from the 22 campaign this year through 5 games. He's really improved his dodging ability this year, so look to him to be a big impact player for the Terps today.
The man that'll have to step up and stop that is Jack Van Valkenburg, doing a nice job in net right now for UAlbany.
Yeah, Jack Van Valkenburg, the junior, 5'8", 160 out of Fayetteville, Manawis, and Syracuse. He's had 2 starts so far this season. He's starting to really get his legs under him now. He was just named as the one of the goalies for the Haudenosaunee national team this past week. So hopefully he could use some of that to bring that this week to UAlbany. For UAlbany, it's to play with poise and composure, get on the board quick within the first 5 minutes, offensively, to get their offense going. For the Maryland Terrapins, it's to capitalize on the face-off possessions that Luke Wehrman gives them and hopefully converting them into goals. Also staying focused on the sub-games and eliminating any UAlbany transition, as they know they will play the substitution box games.
Luke Wehrman, Regan Enders will be at the X today to get things started here. Wehrman, the number 2 face-off man in the country right now, based amongst guys that have the correct number. Jake Bassino technically is number 1 in the nation at 1 for 1 this year at 1,000, but Wehrman at just a little over 70%. Really doing a phenomenal job at the X. When you figure as a sophomore he was just 45%. He's really boosted that.
Yeah, he's really been an unbelievable player. He's really put a lot of work in to get where he is today, increasing year over year. And Regan Enders takes the first one right off the rip.
Big start for the Great Danes there as HOGG will attack from the right side.
It's a really big shot in the arm right there for UAlbany. Get that first possession, see if they can get a really good look here on the freshman Brian Ruppel in goal.
DJ Sheehan, Silas Richmond, and Graydon HOGG, the attackman for UAlbany here. Danny Kesselring comes in. He'll now be matched up on the short stick against Nick Red.
Maryland's very athletic defensive midfield-wise. They've got some really good long sticks. They've got some really good short stick D-middies. Nick Red is one of those.
Danes moving the ball quickly around as they get settled. Backhand shot there. HOGG comes up with a rebound. Another backhand effort doesn't go. Ball loose on the field. Battled for it, and a ground ball picked up by the Great Danes. Fresh shot clock as well. Kesselring will reset things as the Danes get settled.
Great job on the ground ball by Kesselring there, giving UAlbany a new shot clock. Continuing the offensive attack here. That was the second thing we talked about last week, was second chance ground balls, just really getting those loose balls after a shot, getting an opportunity to get a reset shot clock, give your team a chance to play some more offense.
Danes have put in a lot of effort in on the rebounding, and when the ball's loose in front, a lot of time in practice spent on that over the last couple of days. Decker far side. Silas Richmond, 3 goals against UMass on Tuesday. He's got multiple goals in every game of his UAlbany career thus far, the freshman out of British Columbia. Now PUCCI. Shot there to goal as Jack PUCCI puts UAlbany on top 1-0. A far better start than last year when the Danes were at an 11-0 hole.
Get to play with the lead here today, which is a nice flip of the coin there. And PUCCI gets on the board early after being held scoreless last week versus UMass. PUCCI comes up the left side on the short stick. Red gets past and able to hit that near 90 on Ruppel. Wasn't much space to shoot out there, but really accurate shot for his 8th goal of the season there. Gives the Danes the 1-0 lead.
Top point man on the UAlbany team with 11. And Regan comes up with another one there. 2 for 2 now at the X for the Victor High School graduate.
That's a really big deal there for UAlbany, and it's good to see Regan Enders getting some looks there and getting some face-offs. He had double hip surgery this year. And the fact that he's even out there playing right now is pretty amazing. Talked to his dad early in the season. He had to endure a lot to kind of get ready for this season, and he did. But a turnover here leads to a possession for Maryland as Brett Makar brings it inbounds.
It's the freshman Ruppel. Danes will try to create havoc on the right as often as they can. Ruppel very active out almost to midfield there. Jack Zapatello throws it in, and right there Runkle knocks it out of bounds.
Had the 10-man ride there, had made them make the long pass. Runkle just missed intercepting that pass, and Maryland's able to get it across. But nice ride there by UAlbany. They're in their 10-man early, seeing if they can throw some confusion.
Maltz, Kelly, and Erksa, the attackmen for Maryland. Brennan brings it around. Marked closely there by the freshman Max Neeson. Dodge from Maltz on the far side. Check that was Jack Koras on the far side. Pacino with the hustle. And UAlbany will take it away.
Great hustle there by Jake Pacino, getting to that sideline there to get the Danes possession.
How many times have we said that in the last 2 years? Great hustle by Jake Pacino, and here comes Elijah Gash. You know when that freight train gets going. Here's a rip from outside as it's let go by PFEIFFER.
Unfortunately, UAlbany was not in their set offense yet, so nobody was back near X, so nobody back near the end line. Maryland takes over.
Right to the middle for Makar. And a successful clear by the Terps. They'll go far side to Daniel Kelly. Had a goal in their last game, the triple overtime loss to Notre Dame, 13-12. A heck of a game that was.
Yes, indeed.
Zach Whittier comes on, and now he'll dodge from the left, draws the slide, and a tap-in goal right there. Good look by Whittier as he finds the open man on the doorstep, Daniel Maltz, and we're tied at 1.
UAlbany got burned there a little bit, trying to show a little bit too early on the slide. You can see the slide come early. The far back post is left open. Able to just pick that up and quick stick it right in, and Daniel Maltz, one of our players of the game, gets his first goal of the day to tie this game at 1.
Not even sure if that entered Maltz's stick. He just kind of tapped it in there for his 11th of the season.
Good heads-up play by him. No one just having Van Valkenburg coming from pipe to pipe, get it on that short side quick.
Weirman comes away with this one. He'll go quickly. Lays it off there, and they'll reset with Will Schaller. One of the 3 freshmen that really see significant time for head coach John Tillman.
And talking to Coach Tillman, I mean, it's not a question of if this kid will be good. It's going to be when. He's a top 10 recruit in the country. He was the #1 long stick recruit in the country, number 8 overall by Inside Lacrosse. So he's going to do some great things for this Maryland program in the years to come for sure.
Opportunity for a turnover there for UAlbany. Couldn't pick it up. Now they've got it. It's Runkle going the other way. Check that. That was Sam Hickson-Milks, number 33 rather than 39. And now Hogg's got it in the offensive zone as the Danes will look to settle and go into their offensive attack. 10 minutes to go here, just a little more than that in the first period. On a bright, sunshiny day here. The sky is gray, but the sun is really
the weather flipped
glaring.
Pretty quick before game time. It was snow squalls and dreary.
PALANDJIAN blasts off his defender and fires one to the right side over Ruppel's shoulder. It's 2-1 UAlbany.
There's a little bit of some juice for UAlbany. Declan PALANDJIAN throws his big frame. That one dodging the right alley here. PALANDJIAN leans into Nick Red, says, "Get off me." And he puts this ball far 90 past Ruppel to give the Danes their lead 2-1 with 9:51 to go here in the first.
Had a goal against Cornell and now a goal against Maryland. He likes those championship pair teams.
All right, so violation there against Weirman. First one of the first half.
9:51 in the first quarter, your time of goal.
Jacob Moran hustles on, as does PUCCI. And now Kesselring get things settled for the Great Danes.
We talked about it in the open. I mean, Luke Wimmer's such a great faceoff man. You can't anticipate too early because that's exactly what happened last year. They put themselves in a hole behind. They were man up. They were man down early in that game, and Maryland was able to capitalize on those man ups, exploding out to a quick early lead.
Moran lets it go. Rupel scoops it up, and Makar will bring it up.
Moran had a good look there. Not the best placement on that shot. Not sure if he was trying to go off hip, but kind of hit him dead middle there. You've really got to capitalize on. Talk to Scott Maher about getting great quality shots, and when you get great quality shots, you've got to put them in good places.
Kyle Long comes in. Looking for the double there for UAlbany, but Brennan comes on to save the day. Now Dante Trader Jr. If you're a Terps football fan, you'll know that name, the starting safety from the team, now playing lacrosse as well. And just a heck of a talent. Scott Maher says this guy can fly.
Yeah, it's a big shot in the arm for him to be playing this year. As a freshman last year, he just committed to playing. He was originally a lacrosse commit for Maryland, but decided to play football instead. Missed out on the national championship last year and kind of saw it and said, you know what, this year he's doing both. So credit to him being able to do that. He is an amazing athlete. It's one of the amazing things to be able to do is play Division I. Ooh, big save there.
Nice save on the behind the back play by Kelly. Trader got permission as Mike Loxley, the head football coach, and John Tillman talked. Here comes Pacino inside. Ball rolled back out. Timeout called by Scott Maher as things were unsettled for UAlbany there. So they wanted to get a timeout to talk about it. Danes with a 2-1 lead, 7:58 to go. You're watching America East Lacrosse on ESPN Plus, presented by Jersey Mike's Subs. Eighth meeting all time between UAlbany and Maryland. The Terps leading it 6-1. Last time, of course, we mentioned 25-4. That game was played indoors because of an overnight snowstorm. Last time UAlbany won, the Great Danes were the #1 team in the nation test with an 11-10 win back in 2018.
2018 with Connor Fields scoring a late goal in that fourth quarter to secure the win in that dream season for the Great Danes.
Head coaches here, Scott Maher, 200 career wins, picked that up against Drexel, looking for another big one today against Maryland. 23 years for Maher here at the University of Albany, the only Division I coach this university has known. Done a great job building this program into a program with national recognition. Kesselring on the far side. HOGG will attack from the other side this time. PUCCI on a short stick, gets inside, right back out to the middle. Wickham lets it go, and it goes into the side of the net.
The old mom goal, Rich. Everybody gets excited on the outside of the net, but it's outside. The middle of the field opened up there big time for Maryland for an easy clear there.
Jack McDonald brought it right across the middle.
Maryland gets their substitution offensive players on right now.
Eric Spanos, the highly regarded sophomore, 3 goals against Notre Dame. His best game of his young career. Now Whittier attacks from the left side. Had that great assist on Maryland's first goal. All the way around to Spanos. Shot there as Spanos, rather, Whittier comes out from behind.
Just wide.
Backed up by Daniel Maltz. And he'll put it back into motion with 30 seconds on the shot clock.
The Maryland middies are very comfortable at inverting. You'll see these guys invert a lot. They can take you behind. They can take you from up top. They have no problem dodging from the alleys or from X.
Tough one to pick up for Daniel Kelly as it bounds out toward midfield with 7 seconds to shoot.
Nice job by UAlbany defensively there. Creating a shot clock violation.
Ben Falkenberg picks it up. A lot of pep in the step of the team in the white and purple uniforms today.
We talked about it with Coach Maher. I mean, you're getting the defending national champion coming into your kitchen here. It's pretty easy to get up ready for this game. So if you can't get ready for the defending national championship,
I want to check your pulse.
Yeah, definitely. So, and the Danes have definitely come out with some energy today. They've gotten an early goal. They have the lead. They're playing well so far.
Mistake there by the Great Danes. And a turnover going the other way for the Terps. Second turnover of the day for UAlbany.
One of the stats that kind of jumped out at me looking at the tail of the tape there, Maryland's actually had 90 turnovers. That's very unlike Maryland and being the best. So through 5 games, 90 turnovers is something they definitely want to clean up as they head through the rest of this season so far.
Yeah, John Tillman made it clear. He really likes this team, but they're different than last year's 18-0 undefeated national championship team. It's a different team, and they're still trying to find their chemistry and find their way in the early going. Yeah, 3-2 is not something you often see at this point from a Maryland Terrapins team.
Yeah, you've got 2 losses in the books, and you hadn't lost a game in over a year and a couple of months, so definitely different. A couple of key players that carried over, but a bunch of new faces as well. And a lot of those scout team members that John Tillman talked about, they are very big on we over me. Just unbelievable culture at Maryland and really just making sure everyone's involved. Inclusivity. As Blake Runkle picks up the ground ball.
Big hit on the side there by Caden LaPietro to really kind of create that, what looked like a potential easy goal for Maryland. PALANDJIAN at midfield with a successful clear for the Great Danes. And now far side for Luke Grove to move it around towards X with Silas Richmond. Great Danes coming off the Tuesday 9-6 loss to UMass. PALANDJIAN outside. PALANDJIAN's got some extra juice there. He's just plowing into guys, really showing his strength.
Well, he's using that big 6'3" frame. Oh!
I don't know how Moran regained possession of that. Wickham gets knocked down.
It was actually Graydon HOGG snared it out of midair and just threw a behind-the-back shot as Makar picks up this ground ball.
Pipe there hit by Makar. Maryland closest to the line, so it'll stay with the Terps.
We had a pretty big collision there on that slide as a couple of UAlbany defenders came crashing down on Makar as he took that shot.
Jack Van Valkenburg had that covered but got help from the best friend, which is the post on that far side. Or on the near side, I should say.
So a new 60-second clock Maryland has here. 3:27 to play, 2-1 UAlbany.
Zach Whittier will put it back into play.
Jake Pacino draws the matchup against the freshman Braden Erksa.
Erksa, one of the players that Scott Marr mentioned that they really always need to know where he is. He can do so many things.
Yeah, he's very quick. He's very shifty. As a freshman at Lassiter High School in Marietta, Georgia, he'll play a big part in this Terps offense this upcoming year.
No connection on the pass there. Gash will pick up the loose ball. He'll get challenged near the sideline, brings it back around as Darian LaPietro will bring it up. Pacino executes the clear. Running into a potential double. Gets twigged right there, knocked out of bounds. Nice defensive play by the Terps. And the ball will go to the team in red and gold.
Big check right there. Your short stick middies, you still got to make sure you're breaking to the ball and help them out at the midfield. It's in no man's land right there. When he's got space, he can run. He's kind of in no man's land there, trapped between 2 defenders. Big check caused the turnover.
Spanos gets the screen. Now Trader goes out, and they'll bring Jack Koras into the box. And now Jack Brennan in. Out from behind, shot score there as Erksa came out from behind. No one followed him, and Erksa gets the goal to square us at 2.
Erksa took advantage of Jake Pacino getting caught on the far post, and he came near side through X. Too much space to carry, and he thought he was going far side, snuck away the other side, and was able to turn the corner and hit the far post to tie this game at 2.
Third goal of the year for Braden Erksa, the first year out of Marietta, Georgia. Had 3 assists against Notre Dame. Moved to that attack spot from a midfield spot earlier on and paying some dividends.
Surprised there wasn't a loose ball push there. It looked like a little bit of a push.
Now we've got laundry all over the field.
After a game last week, we hardly had any penalties. Get our first one here in the first quarter.
Back out to Brennan. Redshirt senior out of Irondequoit, New York. Maryland's had some success there at Rochester Suburb School with Andrew Whipple, one of their top all-time players, an Irondequoit grad. Near side now, Koras. Inside, shot scored. Too easy there as Maltz took the pass from Koras. It makes it a 3-2 game.
Yeah, on the delayed penalty, Maryland capitalizes on a nice crease look here as they talk about the penalty.
Referee Brian Lusinger will scoop up the flag and come over and let us know what's going on.
All right, so it's 2 minutes locked in, so that's part of the new rule this year. So any contact to the head is referee discretion. They can have a 1, 2, or a 3-minute penalty. They're calling a 2-minute penalty there. He's locked in for the full 2 minutes. And here's the goal as he turns the corner, finds Maltz right on the top crease with nobody on him, and that's easy pickings for Daniel Maltz all day. So big face-off right here.
Andrews comes away with it. Now UAlbany an opportunity here to kill off as much of this penalty as possible as Piscino comes away. Low flip there and picked up nicely by HOGG.
Just run to space right now. Just kill some clock here. You know you're going to be down for 2 minutes because he's locked into the box. So Makar is going to stalk Graydon HOGG here. They're going to double the ball.
And a flag flies. UAlbany keeps possession, so this will give them the opportunity to burn more of this penalty, knowing they've got one coming up on their side as well.
Really nice individual effort there by Graydon HOGG, dodging 2 defenders over there. He was stuck right up against the sideline there, able to roll and keep his stick protected. Drew a flag and get UAlbany out of a tough jam with a 2-minute penalty as the clock winds down here.
And Tess, you and I were talking about how HOGG had a tough game last week with just 3 shots, no goals, and really trying to figure out ways to do things in other ways, and that's a good example of it right there as we wind under 10 here.
Yep, it's a big play that helps the team right there. You give Maryland an advantage right there for 2 full minutes, especially. But don't discount what Regan Enders did winning that faceoff right there. That was the biggest play right there.
Big to try to kill the penalty. 3-2 Maryland on top. We're headed to second quarter action on ESPN+. 13 years, John Tillman, the head coach of the Maryland Terrapins, 160 wins, 41 losses, 183 and 61 overall if you consider his time at Harvard.
Yeah, he's one of the great coaches in the game of lacrosse today. He brings a ton of passion to what he does. The be the best attitude and the we over me philosophy that he's brought to Maryland existing culture already is pretty amazing. He's really done a great job in bringing the right kids in here each and every year. He talked about it on our call pregame with him. Just an amazing job that he's done. So you love the fact that he is so inclusive in everything that he does with the team, with the alumni. Even with Scott Marr. Scott Marr coached here for 6 years, and to this day, even though Scott's been here for 23 years, he still includes Scott as part of that Maryland family. It's a really pretty special situation. There's a couple of programs in Division I, Cornell and Maryland are definitely 2 of them that have a pretty rich history, and it's pretty amazing to see.
Weirman comes away with an American East Lacrosse on ESPN Plus, brought to you by Broadview Federal Credit Union, a proud partner of the Great Danes, and by the Bone and Joint Center, orthopedic excellence and exceptional care. 35 seconds left on the penalty to Elijah Gash. 11 seconds left on the Maryland penalty.
Maryland returns to full strength.
Will Schaller's penalty for holding expires, and now Maryland's got 15 seconds to make something happen on the MO. Near side shot and a goal late in the penalty. 8 seconds to go as Jack Koras rips it in from the near side.
Koras did a really nice job there of using Blake Runkle as a screen, and I don't think Jack Van Valkenburg saw this ball until it was way too late. If you see where he looks here, Runkle's coming out, and as he comes out, shoots it right off his hip. Actually, I think it hit his hip and deflected. So you could see Runkle's reaction. Or was that Sam Stratton? I'm sorry. But either way, Maryland gets the quick man-up goal for a 4-2 lead.
Koras, the junior out of Lutherville, Maryland, with hat tricks against Princeton and Syracuse, his first 2 3-goal games of his career. He's up to 7 now on the season as Maryland controls the faceoff and will get things settled and put their offense back into action. A very different offense, this Maryland team. We don't see Logan Wisnauskas out there anymore. There's a lot of names that they lost. 5 of their 6 top scorers they lost, and 1 to an injury, and Eric Maliver.
Yeah. Get back to 6-on-6 here.
Save there, picked back up. Another save by Van Valkenburg as he got the stick up there.
Really nice secondary save after he lost that original rebound, so big deal there to make 2 quick saves.
Pacino picked up the ground ball. Petro brings it back over to Van Valkenburg, who zips it down as time was running out on the clock. Would have been a violation if he didn't let it go.
If you're going to do that, throw it toward the corner so you're not going to create transition coming right back with your middies. You got to know where to throw that ball right there. They only had 5 seconds, but it was one of the few times Albany has not been able to clear the ball. They've been very successful at 93%.
Laser there by Gash on the near side by Daniel Kelly. And Maryland's got a little run going here now, a 5-2 lead.
Daniel Kelly's a finisher, and he's a lefty, and that's his sweet spot right there. And he's able to just get time and space right here and unload, little elevator low to high, and he puts it near 90 on Van Valkenburg, and the Terps are up 3.
13th goal of the year for Kelly. And a big face-off here for the Great Danes. Ball squirts loose, opportunity to be picked up, and it was by Grove. He gets doubled there. Ball still loose, big hit by Gash.
Big ground ball.
Whistle sounds. 1 minute penalty on Daniel Kelly for a slash. Our officials, Thomas Holen, Brian Lusinger, and Kevin Doherty.
Little chippy off there, off the loose ball scrum. Albany gets a chance to go man up here. Last week, they only had 1 man up opportunity. It was very late in the game. They were 0 for 1.
Penalty number 45, Daniel Kelly, 1 minute for slashing.
Quicker, let's go. Here.
You can hear Merrick Thompson imploring the team to move the ball quickly. Whitcomb near side. He's out there with Keelan Seneca. TJ Sheehan out top, and now PUCCI from the near side.
That's a force right there, and not a good look on a man up.
Ball was tipped, so it'll stay with Albany.
Albany lucks out there.
PUCCI had 3 goals from the near side off his right hand in the win over Drexel. 3 of his 4. Whitcomb, now PUCCI. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Sheehan inside, right back outside PUCCI. 1 more there, an elevator shot by Whitcomb.
Oh.
Rebound right back out. Whitcomb didn't see it coming, and it gets picked up.
Not sure what the procedure call was there.
And the teams are now even as Maryland's penalty to Spanos expires. Shot there as goes over the end line. Maryland backs up. It's Erksa. He'll put it back into play.
Got a piece of that.
Fresh shot clock at 60.
Maryland's had a couple of easy step-down shots here on Van Valkenburg. Albany's got to get that defense and pinched out a bit, make sure they're getting hands and gloves on some of these shooters.
It's one of the things Scott Marr mentioned after the UMass loss, how proud he was of the defense in that one. And how the progression that they've been making this year.
Yeah, and they've continued to progress. Maryland gives a little bit more of a challenge as they've got a couple more offensive weapons. But you want to continue to see that defensive prowess show each and every game and continue to grow.
Maltz draws the double there, and he takes it behind. Erksa circles. Nice check from behind by Pacino. He's got the ball going the other way. Opportunity here for the Great Danes in transition. Maryland does a nice job of getting back, so UAlbany resets with PUCCI with the ball at midfield.
Great takeaway check by Pacino there with the over-the-head check. Takes it right away, picks up the ground ball, runs it upfield. We were talking earlier, Rich, one of the things we've seen a lot fewer of this season so far with UAlbany is just fast break transition. We haven't had a lot of it as in past years.
PUCCI couldn't handle the bouncing ball. Maryland takes it away.
That's just a really rough, unforced turnover right there. Just made a great play to get possession. You bring it back, and you just have a bumble passing the ball around there. You can't have that versus Maryland in a top 5 team.
Brennan. Pushed behind by Decker. Less than 10 minutes to go here in our first half. Right-handed blast there as Maltz lets it go.
He's got the hat trick already, I believe. It's Maltz. More time and space. Able to just find that little spot. Catch. Little crow hop. Takes the feed. You can see here. Able to step right into it with the crow hop. And he's able to go far side corner on Van Valkenburg for the 6-2 lead with 9:31 to go here in the first half.
13th of the year for Maltz. Our player to watch, as you mentioned, John Tillman says he's playing the best lacrosse of his career. He's really upped his dodging game, but clearly with the hard shot as well. Andrews wins the face-off.
Really impressed with Regan Enders right now. He's taking the battle to Luke Weirman right now, and that's not something you see every day that most face-off men have been able to do to Luke Weirman. So kudos to him, and UAlbany's got to take advantage of these possessions that they are getting, because usually when it's flipped like that, you're not getting the ball on offense and you're getting limited offensive touches. So you got to capitalize on each and every possession that you do get.
6 of 10 so far for Regan. 4 of 6 last week against UMass in his opportunities. PALANDJIAN from directly behind. Uses the PFEIFFER screen. Shot there, goes
right off the face
off of Rupel. You could hear that.
You could see PALANDJIAN tried to D-up Trader there and didn't have as much luck there on a starting free safety.
PFEIFFER lets that one go. Another one off the mask of Brian Rupel.
Well, it does reset the shot clock for UAlbany.
PFEIFFER dodges there on Trader Jr. Nothing doing, well defended. Richmond. Sheehan got doubled immediately. PFEIFFER lets it go from about 10 yards out. Beats Rupel and UAlbany as ended the Maryland run, and they're back on the board with his 3rd goal.
Really nice ball movement there by UAlbany. Had the double come, quick pop-up pass to Alex PFEIFFER. And PFEIFFER makes no mistake as he puts it right under the crossbar. First, Brian Rupel makes it 6-3 with 7:49 to go here in the first half.
America East Lacrosse on ESPN Plus, presented by Jersey Mike's, also presented by Nyscopa, representing over 30,000 New York State employees and retirees from the Security Service Unit. And if you're a former America East student athlete and would like to stay connected with other America East alums, join the America East Alumni Network today at americaeast.com/alumni network, or check out the America East Alumni Network pages on LinkedIn and Facebook. Back underway here, Bob Ford Field at Tom and Mary Casey Stadium. Great Danes with a goal to end Maryland's 5-0 run. Terps lead 6-3. Maryland number 4 or number 5 ranked, depending on which poll you like. Defending national champions, 18-0. First time a team has won 18 games in a season. Long and storied history of 98 seasons of lacrosse at Maryland. Nice save there by Van Valkenburg as he saw that all the way coming off the cross of Daniel Kelly.
Yeah, nice save there indeed. Able to see that. Stepped right to it, punched that top hand. No rebound, able to start to clear right away. New Albany's back in their offensive set as they get their subs on.
Richmond switches sides, fakes the pass there.
Zapatello is denying Graydon HOGG the ball at the moment. The short stick middies are going to work some matchups here.
Decker, watched by Red. Nice look in front, and HOGG's got the goal. After getting shut out in the last game against UMass, Graydon HOGG is on the board with a pretty one off a nice feed.
Thomas Decker makes a nice little play there. Creates a little swim move, gets just about to the goal line. And then as the defense comes, Graydon HOGG finds the seam. You can see here, Decker sets it up. Quick swim, gets underneath. HOGG's cutting. Quick little quick stick right inside the post. Tough spot for Rupel right there. And the Danes make it 6-4.
Good read by Graydon rather, as the slide came. He was right in the right spot. Weirman comes away with it. He'll go right down the middle.
45, Graydon HOGG.
Weirman stays on for now.
20, Thomas Decker.
Weirman he's a pretty amazing athlete. He didn't come off the field in high school. In high school, he was on the field, everything. He did everything. So he's not just a standard Fogo. He can stay on. But, man, every time I see him winning one of those face-off cleans and coming down, I think about the end of the 2021 National Championship game when he got stopped versus Virginia. And I see that memory of him just thinking about that. And I wonder how much that fueled him to become an even better player in the past 2 years.
Well, to go from, as we said, 45.3% in 2021 to 66.1% in 2022, and now over 70% coming into this game.
Yeah, Coach Tillman said he's never seen a player develop so well year over year in all his career, so that's pretty amazing for Coach Tillman to say that.
Shot there, not sure that got rebound though, goes. As they were fighting for the loose ball in front. Maryland picked it up, I believe it was Erksa that grabbed it off the turf and fired into the net past the unsuspecting Jack Van Valkenburg.
Man, New Albany's had a couple of these really just tough goals. Balls at feet, sitting right there. Not sure where it is. Just outside the reach of Van Valkenburg, and Erksa's able to scoop it up and deposit it in the empty net. Like the old hockey mentality, clear the crease. That ball's on the ground at your feet. Take that man out. Need to be able to clear those ground balls and pick them up. Too easy right there for Maryland.
Erksa had 2 goals in his college debut against Richmond. Hadn't scored since then, and now he's got 2 today.
I believe that's the second violation for Maryland. So any further violations the rest of this 5 minutes in the first half would result in a UAlbany man up.
Kesselring comes on, as does Decker. Kesselring versus Trader. There is a track meet I'd like to see. HOGG brings it back outside. UAlbany switches fields. Now to X with Kesselring. Screens on either side.
You knew Becker was going to double or switch right there. You could just tell.
Ball loose there as it comes out of the stick of TJ Sheehan.
He's one of the best defenders in the entire country. On ball, off ball, it doesn't matter.
Penalty called on Dante Trader.
With a 30-second push most likely here as Kesselring draws the flag. Gives you Albany a great chance to cut this lead to 2 goals here with 4:27 to go with a 30-second penalty. See what play you Albany draws up here for the quickie. He's actually calling the hold, so.
So the 1-2-3 look for Albany out there with Sheehan, Whitcomb, and Seneca. So Whitcomb and Seneca, we've seen them an awful lot in man-up situations so far this season.
Richmond and PUCCI are your big shooters here. And watch for Silas Richmond on that right side as well if PUCCI's on the left. Richmond can sling it.
And they move it right around. Just a 30-second penalty, so Albany want to get something going quickly here. Sheehan. Shot PUCCI. Saved by Ruppel. Scooped up there by Seneca. Fresh shot clock for the Great Danes.
And be smart here right now. You still don't have to go if it's not there. Take the possession.
Now they're even.
Pull it out right here. Pull it out and just set up your offense still. Scott Marr was able to call timeout there, luckily.
Did get the timeout. Heavy signal from the near side by referee Thomas Holen. He heard it before the ball came loose. So a timeout for Albany. 7-4 Maryland as Scott Marr will talk this over.
Yeah, real heads-up play right there. Like I said, at the end of that penalty, if the look wasn't there on the man up, the right idea right now is to hold on to that ball. You still have another 60 seconds. Keep the ball and see if you can just get a good look against the Terps here as this second half winds down.
A really nice crowd here on a day today, and you'll see the number 15s on the hats of Maryland and on the helmets of Albany, and there's a very good reason for that, a moment of silence at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, we had a pregame moment of silence, which was dedicated to Greg Nealon. He wore 15. He was an All-American midfielder who played on the 1996 squad in Scott Marr's first year at Maryland when he was an assistant coach there. He was a Terps Lax captain in 95. He exemplified everything it means to be a Terp, always helping those in need. Greg was generous. He was an unselfish person who derived a great deal of satisfaction from making the lives of others around him better. Just a great individual, and he exemplified that be the best attitude like Coach Tillman really just talks about. He talks about being the best player, the best student, the best person you can be. It is a mentality with this program, and it goes beyond the lacrosse field as well.
Yeah, family on both sides really so important. Let's take a look at the penalty here.
Dante Trader has one hand on the stick and pulls Kesselring down, which resulted in the penalty. So we got 3:48 to play here. 7-4 Maryland right now. Albany has possession. Merrick Thompson was drawn up a little play here as you've got 46 seconds on the shot clock. It almost seems like it got 20 degrees warmer all of a sudden, doesn't it?
Certainly 20 degrees warmer in the broadcast booth today, that is for sure. It'll be a good weight-losing day in here, like a little sauna. Kesselring looked to dodge on that side, but was closed off by Trader Jr. Far side now with PUCCI. HOGG. Pfeiffer has already got a snipe from this side.
10 seconds, got to go.
Makar just kind of sitting there in the hole as a backup. Pfeiffer lets it go, but an easy save for Ruppel.
Watch out here, he's gone. Ground ball, Trader.
Gives it up to McDonald.
He can wheel.
Less than 3 minutes to go. Maltz will wait for reinforcements, and as Kyle Long comes on, and now Jack Koras. Will settle into 6-on-6 lacrosse with 2:33 to go.
Yeah, Koras ran on that second midfield last year for that championship team, so he's a returning player. as well as Brennan.
Coming in out of the box, Brennan lets it go left-handed, but got deflected by PUCCI. Kelly there to back it up. It'll stay with the Terps. Back out top. Shot deflected, ends up going off the crossbar and way up in the air.
It's a shot still, chase it. The ball hit off somebody's leg and hit the crossbar. We've seen a couple of deflections in this game that are really crazy.
That ball went way in the air. Maltz. Brennan watched by Gash. All the way around comes Koras, but the shot goes wide, yeah.
Really close to that far pipe. 44 seconds still here for Maryland.
1:38 on the game clock. Here's Long, coming off a 3-assist game. Dumps it back down inside. Good work by Runkle to kind of step up and block that one on defense.
Great job defensively there by UA with the stand. Gives them a chance to cut into this lead here as Elijah Gash brings it down. Oh, and he just misses on the high bounce. But he's going to draw a flag on the late hit from Ajax Zapatello. So UAlbany will get a man-up opportunity here. Let's see if this is longer than 1 minute possibly, as it was high. We'll see what the call is.
Pole goals are juice goals, but pole shots can be just as juicy, right?
Yeah, you see him pick up that ground ball and get running there. He closes some ground quick. He was able to get down in the box pretty fast. Just missed on that shot. Went for the high bouncer.
I believe it's a 2-minute penalty, non-releasable. Saw the signal for contact to the head. And it is on number 40.
That was on 40. It wasn't
Colin
on Zapatello, sorry. Burles, the 6'3", 210-pound sophomore defenseman out of Edgewater, Maryland.
So a 1 minute penalty, just a 1 minute penalty.
A huge man-up opportunity here for UAlbany in this closing minute here of the first half to make this a 2-goal game.
Want that advantage, that momentum rather, coming into the halftime.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Shot and goal for the Great Danes as Graydon HOGG's got a second.
Graydon HOGG capitalizing here on a deflected shot from the top of the box. And if you want to see something fancy, kids, watch this little twister after the ground ball. Watch how he picks it up all in one motion. Makes a great little twister shot. There's the deflection. The ball's down on the angle. You couldn't see it, unfortunately, but he made a quick little grab, stab at it, and he twisted it with his hands and was able to get it past Brian Ruppel for the man-up goal with 54 seconds to go. Got to play the hole here and make sure Wehrman doesn't get to take it and make it go.
Great Dane goal scored by number 45, Graydon HOGG.
Thompson, McDonald rather, flipped it right back around, and Enders was there to pick it up. Opportunity now here for UAlbany to add to that momentum off the HOGG goal, his second of the game.
So a little over 30 seconds here to get into their set up the matchup they want to get, and see if they can make this a 1-goal game right here. There's no timeouts left, so they're going to have to go right on the fly. And Peter Salid is in the game right now. I was wondering where he was this first half.
Matched up on a short stick. Here's PALANDJIAN. Good defense step out by McDonald.
10 seconds, got to go. Kesselring is going to take on Trader.
Now 7-6. Kesselring comes around. Lets it go to the middle left hand. HOGG tries it behind the back. And the whistle sounds to end our first half of play. A very solid first half effort by the UAlbany Great Danes as they're down 2 to the defending national champions. A big goal here down toward the end of the first. Field on the campus of the University at Albany. Some overnight snow blanketing the campus in white. But the grounds crew here at Tom and Mary Casey Stadium doing a great job in getting this field ready for lacrosse today for a noon start between the defending national champion Maryland Terrapins, 3-2 this year, and the Albany Great Danes at 1-3. Here's take a look at your keys to the second half, Mike.
Yeah, for Maryland, just continue to attack. They're definitely going to want to win this face-off battle. It's been pretty even. Luke Weirman's been kind of held in check. He hasn't had a day where he's been at a moderate 50% in quite a while. For you, Albany, I think the big one is really just win the ground ball battle. They're winning it through the first half. Continue that, and especially those second chance opportunities. Don't allow those second chance loose balls in the defensive zone to get lost. And have the quick start that they had, the same thing in the first period. Come out right off this first face-off and just try to get their offense and pull this within a one-goal game right away.
Yeah, the energy that they showed early on, they were really able, maybe not so much in that 5-goal span that Maryland had the run, but they've been able to maintain that energy level, which is hard to do over an entire first half, to keep that same high-intensity level of energy.
And that's what Scott Marr talked about in our pregame call. We have to play with poise and composure, and just knowing when you're playing a defending national champion, you have to play with poise and composure. You have to eliminate easy mistakes where you're going to give them possession. So we looked at the turnover stat at halftime that both teams were at 7, but turnovers will play a huge part in this second half. You don't want to give away possessions.
Really nice crowd of mixed colors. A lot of Maryland fans making the trip. And of course, when your team is as good as Maryland is historically, you travel well, as do the UAlbany Great Dane fans. So when you're on the road or you're at home, you're going to see a lot of familiar faces in there and familiar fans rooting you on. Maryland, as we said, 3-2 on the year. Had the loss, the triple overtime loss to Notre Dame and the loss to Loyola earlier in the year in the Battle of Maryland there, 12-7, after beating Richmond in the opener, then beating Syracuse and Princeton, 2 teams that were ranked at the time. UAlbany opening with that loss at Syracuse, and a tough loss here to number 2 Cornell, 12-10. And I think right there, Tess, we got an example, or an indication, I should say, that this UAlbany team can be and will be a contender in the America East this year. Just the way they played against Cornell in that game and how well they played so far against the defending national champs.
Yeah, I mean, you're within 2 goals of the national champs right now, and a big second half hopefully is in store for them, and hopefully making a chance to get an upset in the top 5 team here and make some noise for the Dane train. Enders and Weirman get ready to battle again here as we get ready for the start of this second half, and Enders wins it clean again.
The way it started the first half, and that went well for UAlbany. Little flip over the head to Pacino, bouncing ball there. Sure-handed Jake picks it up, and UAlbany's back in business with LaPietro.
Nice job by UAlbany getting that opening face-off there like we talked about. See if they can get a really good offensive set right here, get a great look. Kesselring comes on.
Near side. Silas Richmond setting up a screen. Kesselring. He'll take a shot. Doesn't get through.
That hit Nick Red right in the ribs.
Ball loose in front. Decker comes away with it. Now it's loose. Makar scoops it up, rolls it over to Rupel, and Maryland has the ball.
I want to see UAlbany use a little bit of a 2-man game down low. Get on that like 15-yard line. Set some picks right there. Play that 2-man game. Like I said, utilize Kesselring, utilize Salit, 2 really good short sticks who can dodge on D-middies and create some slides and hopefully get some better looks for them. Shot that into a screen there.
10 for 10 on clears now for the Terps as Brennan comes on. Two goals last week for Brennan in the Notre Dame game. He works on the far side against Decker.
And like I said, he loves to invert as well. He can play from behind, can play from up top.
Maltz already with 3. Outside Erksa. 20 to shoot. Brennan with Neeson. Hesitation step there by Brennan. Nice save by Van Valkenburg.
Gives Maryland a big, much-needed reset right there as they were down in the final few seconds.
LaPietro. Right out front. One more pass there. Erksa lets it fly, and that got Decker, I believe, still loose, and a ball goes in. Yes, it is a goal for Koras. But that got one of the UAlbany players.
Yeah, that incoming shot from the left side, I think it hit
Might have been Sam Stratton. Yep. 99. So as it came from behind, the quick shot there from almost about a stride ahead of goal line extended, just blasted right into the UAlbany player, Sam Stratton.
It's actually Runkle.
Is it 39? Yeah. Okay.
Stratton's over here. Yeah, you couldn't see it. The shot had already come through, but you could hit him pretty high up. You worry about anything up near the head, obviously. Looks like he's getting to his feet now, though.
He's got one knee up, and now he's up, so that's a good sign for number 39, Blake Runkle. Starting defenseman, a senior out of Hartford. Even though he's a senior, likely will have him back next year as a graduate student, as he's already been accepted into the master's program in the criminal justice program here at UAlbany. So he's given fives. He looks good.
Stratton replaces him on the field for right now. So the goal was good. So Maryland takes an 8-5 lead here.
Jack Koras with his second of the day.
Procedure on Maryland there. First one of the second half.
Hogg brings it back outside. Pfeiffer to Kesselring, and the speedy Daniel Kesselring will put the UAlbany's 6-on-6 into action. Sheehan watched by Makar.
Pretty amazing words by Coach Scott Maher talking about Brett Makar, saying he might be the best defender in Maryland's program history. When you think about the amount of amazing talent that's come through Maryland. PUCCI takes a stick side shot on Ruppel, and he gobbles that up. Talked about getting that quality look. PUCCI has a cannon and can let it fly, but don't shoot it stick side high. It's one of the biggest mistakes shooters make. I wish I learned that early in my career as well. I think I would have had a lot more goals if I didn't always shoot stick side high.
Easy save there for Ruppel. Sure, Lacrosse fans know Ruppel was not projected to be the starter at the beginning of this year when you have a goalie the quality of Logan McEnany, but the senior tearing an ACL in game number 2 this year.
Yeah, he was pretty much ready to redshirt this year, so but plans can change quick in Division I lacrosse.
Maryland also has Teddy Dolan, the former Binghamton goalie, on this roster. He played early and played well.
Yeah, he played versus Syracuse in the first game after the injury and played pretty well. His older brother actually played here at Maryland as well.
Part of that 19 title team, 17 games in that season. All the way around for Owen Murphy as he circles the net.
Yeah, Murphy's been quiet today.
14 to shoot. Spanos out top with 7. Far side now. Whittier.
Keep him low there.
Shot score! Whittier with 1 second left on the shot clock.
That's a dagger of a goal right there. You've got the shot clock coming down. You've got that attackman or that midfielder on the goal line extended. You've got to just keep him low right there. Don't let him get topside. And he's able to get topside and get that step here on LaPietro. And after he comes through, gets that quick step. LaPietro swings, misses, and the ball's in the back of the cage. That's where you got to just tighten up those screws defensively, lock down, open your hips up and run with them, and just stay on his hip. 9-5 Maryland.
2 goals in as many weeks now for Whittier as he had his first goal of the season against Notre Dame, first goal of his career against Notre Dame last week. Spin move there by Pfeiffer to try to get out of trouble.
Regan Enders wins another face-off battle. First Leap Weirman.
10 of 17 now for UAlbany on the face-off against the #1 face-off program in the country.
And here's Salit.
Merrick Thompson calling for them to cycle that same play again. PALANDJIAN fakes the handoff. He'll come around. Got an opportunity. Scores! Declan PALANDJIAN out from behind the net. Beat Dante Trader and got the goal.
Declan picks up his second of the day as he turns the corner on the fake flip at X. Gets that little fake flip. Turns the corner. Makes the extra step and is able to beat Ruppel high to the far side to make it 6-9. with 9:51 to go, and PALANDJIAN's second of the day.
Third of the season, approaching his career high of 4 goals when he scored 4 goals, 4 assists back in 2022. Another opportunity for UAlbany to win the faceoff. Elijah Gash comes away with it.
He was asking for the flag there on the slash. Just a brush. Nice ground ball right there as Graydon HOGG runs to space. Well, UAlbany's getting plenty of ground balls and plenty of face-off opportunities. Now it's just capitalizing on the opportunities that they're getting with really good sets offensively and getting good quality shots here in this second half.
After last year when Maryland dominated ground balls 49-23, UAlbany's actually has the advantage by a significant margin, 26-19 right now over the Terps.
It's one thing you preach. You've got to win that ground ball battle, especially at home. This is your turf. Defend it. Win those scrums. They turn into extra possessions.
Kesselring watched by the pole Burles there. Quick one-handed shot there by Graydon HOGG coming out from behind, backed up by Kesselring.
Hogger had the short stick on him, took advantage of the matchup real quick, tried to get a little backhand shovel to go there, just missed.
Richmond lets it go. Rupel saw it, goes out and scoops it up.
See the angle there again though, Rich? The angle is just, it's a low angle quality shot. It's not a great angle to shoot from. The advantage is to the goalie right there. Got to continue to just make that cut or that curl to give yourself more space in the middle of the field to free up more of the goal. Riding opportunity here as TJ Sheehan picks it up.
Creating the turnover there. 4th caused turnover of the day by the Great Danes.
Another possession for UAlbany.
PUCCI
goes.
Outside rip there. Deflected by Makars. He stepped right in front of that. Bouncing ball, Trader Jr. can't scoop it up. Slapped over this way, opportunity for Colin Burles. Good check there by UAlbany.
Nice play on the flip though to get it ahead. UAlbany picks it up as LaPietro picks it up.
Good ride there by the Great Danes. Richmond will bring it back out top. You can hear the UAlbany bench and crowd getting into this one.
Scott Marr giving Jake Moran some high fives coming off there on the good ride. Trying to fire up this team here as they're down 3 to Maryland with 7:19 to go here in the third.
Decker near side. HOGG works with Decker. Decker with a sort of shot. Deflected there as he tried to follow through. Didn't have it. Kesselring uses the Decker screen. PUCCI looking for a lane. Didn't have it.
Go from the wing.
Richmond near side. On a short stick. 16 to shoot. Now 10. PUCCI lets it go and he scores short side. Jack PUCCI with a laser makes it a 2-goal game. What a nice shot by Jack PUCCI as he lets it fly and gives UAlbany its 7th game of the day. Second of the year for the senior Jack PUCCI.
Yeah, PUCCI with the shot clock winding down. Actually, if you can't see, but Rupel was just shifting from the far post to get his near post. And as he was doing so, his 5-hole was opened, and PUCCI takes advantage of it. PUCCI is Gucci. 9-7. The Danes are down 2.
You've been waiting for that one. UAlbany Lacrosse on ESPN Plus, presented by Jersey Mike's, is brought to you by Broadview Federal Credit Union, a proud partner of the Great Danes, and by the Bone and Joint Center, orthopedic excellence and exceptional care. Also by CDPHP, a plan for life.
Big ground ball here off the scrum. UAlbany's able to come away with it. Oh, they're calling a loose ball push back to Maryland after the scrum right there. Both players were entangled right there. Not really sure about that, but nonetheless, Maryland has the ball.
Both Brennan and Koras come on. Koras on Lepetro. Now Erksa comes out from behind. No success there with Pacino marking. Far side Brennan. Switch up and bring the pole over with Pacino.
Good job recovering there by UAlbany. Their defense has taken Maryland deep into the shot clock several times this game here. They've given up a couple of very late goals. See if they can just hold it here again.
Erksa with a quick step there as he changed directions, but Pacino was up to the task. Bouncer outside, taken by Daniel Kelly. Backed up there by Will Schaller. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Check that was Koras on the backup. Shot there from the far side.
That was a piece. Pisano just got a piece of that. New shot clock set for Maryland here.
Erksa will put it back into play. Good deflection in front as two UAlbany defenders came together.
UAlbany sliding hard, taking the body right there. Erksa's slow to get up.
Pacino and Caden Lepetro gave him the old Malachi crunch there.
So we say when you're sliding, you're colliding. You can't be swinging at sticks. You got to take body.
I was trying to remember what that saying was. I'm glad you brought that up.
So I used to always tell my youth players, once they got out of youth and they could start hitting contact. You're sliding, you're colliding.
Kyle Long near side, matched up with Lepetro. Gash doing a nice job to shove his man out. Not let Kelly get the hands free. Near side now again, Neeson, same thing, really putting some pressure on. Now a shot there, saved by Van Valkenburg. Rebound, Erksa puts it home. Van Valkenburg couldn't control the rebound. Erksa picks up the rebound and puts it in for a 10-7 lead.
Van Valkenburg's able to make the save, but unable to make the catching save as the rebound pops straight up. Erksa gets an early Christmas present as he's on the crease right here. The shot, nice job of attacking the ball, but unable to corral it. And Erksa picks it up. That's the second easy goal that Erksa's had within the crease today, folks. Scott Marr talked about that. He knows his goalies are trying hard. It's incredibly important to be catching the ball when you're making the save and not having that ball pop out. We've seen two of those goals so far today.
Weirman comes away with a face-off. Erksa, the Big Ten newcomer of the week. Nice play there by Neeson as he gets the long pole in there, but it's checked away. Ball headed toward the sideline. Nice effort behind the back by Maryland to try to save it to another teammate, or by UAlbany rather, to try to save it in bounds. Neeson.
Good job throwing that to the corner and not back to the middle of the field, so not creating any transition or loose ball scrum in the middle there. Reset your defense, get back into it.
Spanos pushed out to X by Lepetro. And we talk a lot about the defense of, as Erksa gets inside, the defense of Pacino. Really impressed by Lepetro as well. Just whenever anybody tries to dodge, is a nice save there by Van Valkenburg. Lepetro seems to be up to the task no matter what angle they try to take on the dodge.
Yeah, that's the save you wanted to see there by Van Valkenburg. Able to corral that, no rebound, start the clear for UAlbany, and UAlbany gets to ready to bring it across the timeline here.
Seventh save of the game for Van Valkenburg.
And he's looked really good. Like I said in the open, he actually just got named to the Haudenosaunee national team, as well as a couple of other UAlbany former players from this upcoming 2023 World Championships in San Diego. You're going to have 6 players in total. You've got Lyle Thompson, Jacob Patterson, Dehoka Nanakok, and Ranjan. And then Jake Pacino and Jack from this team will be taking part in that team. And Jack played amazing this past year for the under-21, so he has the ability to play there. See if he gets the opportunity. Declan PALANDJIAN brings it up from behind X.
20 to shoot. Kesselring near side. Trying to get the hands free. Nothing doing there, says Donovan Lacey. Transfer from Sacred Heart. Shot there.
No one's behind right there. That's an unforced error right there. You're dodging across the top. No one's an X. Kesselring's attacking like high going toward the midfield, where I'd like to see him low and be attacking that near post to try to draw that defender.
Koras goes outside.
Albany was in a 10-man ride there for a second to try to get
inside, too close, too wide open for Maryland as Koras gets the goal. He's got the hat trick, and Maryland's got the 11-7 lead.
Albany didn't recover quick enough from their 10-man, getting back, unable to find Koras on the doorstep, able to just squeeze through that pass in tight. Van Valkenburg didn't have much of a shot on that one. And right now, the Terps increase their lead to 4 with just about 2 minutes to go here in the third period.
Big face-off win there as Enders comes away with it. Good effort there, but stepped on the sideline as Enders try to keep it in. Long was trying to figure out where the ball was, where he was supposed to go before he restarted. It's the 63rd consecutive game that a Maryland Terrapin has had a hat trick, and there's 2 in this one between, check that, 3 between Maltz, Koras, and Erksa. Brennan thought about a shot, instead gives it up outside to Kelly. Brings it near side to Long. Little two-man game there. Ends up in a turnover as Pacino comes away with it. Good check by Erksa. Ball headed toward the sideline. Pacino tries to get to it and can't. Erksa will. Full fresh shot clock for the Terrapins.
And they can take this down to the end of the quarter here if they'd like, as the game clock is under a minute. So they will do just that with a 4-goal lead. Time is their friend here. Need a good stand here for you, Albany, to try to keep this right where it is as they enter this fourth quarter.
Brennan waits, standing right on the 40-yard line of Bob Ford Field. All-time great Albany football coach in the house with his wife Donna today. Checking out some lacrosse on this, what has turned into a beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Here we go, 15 seconds.
Pass outside. Van Valkenburg had it. It snuck under his stick, and Maryland's got their 12th goal.
It's a big goal right there as Van Valkenburg got there, but it looked like it just sneaked through the 5-hole. He got a piece of it with his leg, and it was just able to wiggle over the line as Maltz picks up his 4th goal of the day. Far side look. The far side defense was a little bit off there, giving him too much time. And he's able to capitalize on that. It's a big goal with 9 seconds to go in the third quarter to make it a 5-goal lead.
Squirts away. Wehrman comes away with it. 6 seconds, now 5. Wehrman will go right to goal. Can't get a shot off there, though, as the clock sounds to end the third period. Big goal for the Terrapins as they come down and pick one up near the end of the quarter, much the same way Albany did in the first half. And Maryland's opened up a 5-goal lead. Daniel Maltz was our player to watch early in this game, and he certainly has done nothing to make us look bad. He's 4 goals now on the day.
Yeah, and this last one here was just a backbreaker with the clock winding down. The defense on the far side played a little bit too far off ball, giving him time to be able to corral that shot and be able to shoot it 5-hole on Van Valkenburg. Van Valkenburg got a piece of it, but it squeaked over the line. It's a big goal right there with only a couple of seconds left. You would have liked to see that stand to keep that a 4-goal game. Going to make it a little bit of an uphill challenge here for this last 15 minutes.
Maltz really reestablishing himself as a starter on this team after going through the 2021 season with 40 goals, starting all 16 games. Last year played 17, but only had 10 goals. Really, with a team you've got Logan Wisnowskis leading the charge, he's stepping up to fill part of that role that Logan left.
Yeah, I mean, Tillman talked about that too, as everybody doing their role. You saw last year they had Bubba Fairman, who was one of their best offensive players, also turned into a D-midi. So, I mean, do your role for your team, whatever is asked of you. Go back to we more than me. So
Right.
that's a big deal with Maryland. You know, do your job and help it out however you possibly can to help your team win.
And we've mentioned Wisnauskas, but also losing Anthony DeMeo, Jonathan Donville, Keegan Kahn, Matt Rahill, some really key players, 4 guys in the PLL. So you lost some quality players that you're finding ways to do that. But at Maryland, you just fill in, just reload.
Yep.
Brennan. Big defensive stand here for UAlbany as they could use to get that ball back and try to get some adrenaline and some momentum going their way.
And Albany's going to need a big fourth quarter. They're pretty much right about their average for goals per game. They've been averaging 8.5. That's late.
And a timeout called by Maryland. John Tillman got that in just before the ball slipped out of the possession of the Terrapins. 14:06 to go. Maryland up 5. The Terrapins will talk it over and figure out what to do next. We'll come back and see what that is after this timeout. Let's take a look at our Broadview Federal Credit Union play of the game.
Graydon HOGG, as he picked up a loose ball here, was able to capitalize on that goal. One of his 2 on the day. Here's the second one. The quick stick on the crease, putting it right inside the pipe there.
Graydon HOGG bringing us our Broadview Federal Credit Union game-changing performance. Broadview, changing lives every day.
So timeout was called right before there. 34 seconds on the shot clock. Maryland retains possession. That's their first timeout of the second half. Albany still has 2.
.25 on the shot clock. All the way the other side to Koras. Nice job by Gash to push him outside. Brennan trying to get loose but can't. 10 seconds now to shoot. Quick pass far side.
Ooh, good look right there. Just missed getting through.
Loose ball inside. Maryland just going to let it go and let the shot clock run out. Picked up there by Van Valkenburg, and a good stand by the Great Danes.
Albany's had some really good stands on D. They've taken Maryland deep into the shot clock several times today. They've had a couple of unfortunate bounces on the crease. A couple of little easy goals on loose ball pickups. But the defense has been much improved this season. They've looked very well through the first 4 games, and they've been getting better each and every game.
Moran dodges. He lets one go. That got Rupel right on the knee, or maybe just above it where there's no padding, and you can see him bouncing around.
And on a cold day, that'll hurt.
Yeah, he's flexing that right knee. See if Albany can get a quick shot and take advantage of that. Moran outside. Low pass there, picked up nicely by SHEEHAN. Held onto by SHEEHAN. What a nice play by TJ SHEEHAN to maintain his confidence and composure and get that goal for the Great Danes, number 8 on the day.
Yeah, SHEEHAN's not a big man. He's only 5'9", 180. The red shirt freshman out of Rockville Center absorbs the hit from Dante Trader Jr., rolls inside and able to complete the finish. Little juice there for the UAlbany bench as they pull to back within 4.
SHEEHAN's 5th of the year after a 2-goal, 1-assist performance Tuesday against UMass. That also included a couple of ground balls.
Green team goal scored by number 1, TJ SHEEHAN.
UAlbany comes away with that as they pick up the ground ball. Caden LaPietro goes hard into the offensive zone. UAlbany gets Salit and PUCCI on. Now Becker as well.
They're going to take advantage of these short 6 matchups. They've got to dodge down that alley. Look for that skip pass on the far side, kind of like Maryland's done. They've had space on that far pass to be able to get it through. See if you can get a good look.
Nice pick up there by PUCCI. Becker gets crunched there. Ball comes loose. Turnover.
The double came quick right there. Maryland jumped on it. He turned his back, and he was doubled quickly. Maryland slows it down.
Might as well settle. You've got the clock on your side.
Koras comes on, as well as Kyle Long.
Long's been quiet today. 3 assists against Notre Dame. Look inside, deflected there. Nice hustle. Big time credit right there to Kyle Long, who we just talked about being quiet, and then he makes a big play to keep possession.
Real nice hustle play there. Saved it to a teammate.
Murphy pushed outside by Grove. Back to the middle, ball's loose. Opportunity for Neeson to pick it up. Solid ground ball there by Daniel Kelly. Now unsettled, and Erksa in front, and he scores. 4 for Erksa today, the freshman, as they take advantage of an unsettled situation where it was a little bit of a scramble for the Great Danes and they couldn't regroup.
Max Neeson made a nice play to get the ground ball, to knock down the pass, and then as it came back down, they weren't able to get back into the hole, and Erksa, as we've seen a couple of times today, he's been one-on-one with Van Valkenburg, and he puts that ball in the back of the net for his 4th. Back to a 5-goal lead.
All-American out of Georgia, 52 goals in his senior year in high school before taking a post-grad year at IMG. Weirman comes away with it, quickly lays it outside. A bouncing shot there by Kelly doesn't go, backed up by Maryland.
That's Kelly's spot right there. He usually likes that little spot on the left side. He'll usually pull the trigger and hit the back of the rope. Spanos is on right now up top.
Whittier on that far side. Now Spanos. Here comes Pacino. Whittier will try to circle. Lays it inside. Underhanded goal there by Owen Murphy. We talked about earlier that Murphy had been quiet. Nice catch and release right there by the junior.
Really nice catch and release. Owen Murphy makes a great handle on this and places it right up in the corner, almost like slow motion the way it came out. But really nice finish. You can see attacks goal line, gets the feed, puts his hands underneath and goes low to high, far side on Van Valkenburg for their 14th goal of the day. That's a procedure on Maryland. That is their 2nd one, so any more will be a penalty on Maryland. That's going to be something Albany might really need if they're going to make a run in this game, being down as they are right now by 6.
PFEIFFER and PALANDJIAN come on. Tesoreiro trying to find somebody in the middle. There's HOGG, gets there, but Rupel makes the save. Loose ball picked up, ground ball rather, picked up by Makar. Trader picks it up after getting it slapped away. Maryland content to be very patient here. Get the best possible shot or take as much out of the clock as possible. Actually trying to do both. Grove almost jumped himself into a turnover. He went between the 2 players. Pass to the middle, nice save by Van Valkenburg.
That's off Maryland, should be Albany ball.
8 saves now for Jack. Quick clear for the Great Danes as we hit the 8:40 mark here of the 4th period.
This is a matchup Richmond should be able to exploit right here. Got a D-midi on you.
Salit comes on. Garrett Gibbons pushes him out. Shot to the middle. Nice save there by Rupel. Scooped up off the ground by Ajax Zapatello.
They've had that same look twice now in the last 2 possessions. It was almost a carbon copy of the last one. The same result, Graydon HOGG getting stopped right at the doorstep there.
Ruppel into double-digit saves with 11 after a 14-save performance against Princeton. And 13 saves, check that, 12 saves against Notre Dame. Shot there, nice save by Van Valkenburg as that goes bouncing far to the right.
Yeah.
Gotta love the effort by Runkle over there.
Nobody picked up Kyle Long. He was like, nobody really coming. He just kept stepping in, finally took the shot.
Erksa restarts it. Far side now. Pacino and Van Valkenburg picks it up as Pacino got in the middle of the two of them. Hickson Milks the other way. Richmond scoreless so far today. Still plenty of time though for the Great Danes. 7:15 to go, down by 6 goals, the largest margin, largest deficit I should say of the day.
Yeah, they really need to win a fourth quarter. That's been the biggest thing, is just as getting numbers out of the box here. They're going to have a look.
Salit picks it back up. PUCCI.
Let's see how aggressive Maryland is on that double.
HOGG lets it go, backed up by SHEEHAN. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Wind picking up a little bit here at Tom and Mary Casey Stadium. Salit goes behind the back. Ruppel had it the whole way.
Nice save by Brian Ruppel on the behind the back shot by Peter Salit.
Comes Richmond to hassle him. And cleared successfully as Gibbons takes it into the offensive zone. Trailing is Trader Jr. He'll let it fly and he scores! Dante Trader Jr., the sophomore out of Del Mar, Delaware, has his first of the day. And Maryland is doubling up UAlbany. 15-8, sorry, 7 goals.
Maryland had the transition off the big save by Ruppel on Salit in the opposite end of the field. And then Trader Jr. steps up, puts it right inside the pipe from about 20 feet for their 15th goal. With 6:11 to play, it's 15-8 Maryland.
You could see the frustration in Blake Runkle in that replay.
No flag there? Oh my goodness. There's a late flag. There it is.
Comes away with another face-off win.
You can hear that helmet smack up here. So if you're UAlbany, though, you got to be able to push. It's 5:55 to go. You don't have a whole lot of time to play around with.
PALANDJIAN with 2 on the day, trying to get free. Lacey doing a nice job not letting him. PUCCI overlaps. He'll get an opportunity to shoot, and he scores. Nice little screen by Silas Richmond running through in front of the keeper.
Yeah, really nice high bounce shot, using the earth here, using the turf at Casey Stadium here for the nice high bouncer. The last couple, they went low on Ruppel, and he's able to gobble it up. This time, change the plane, high bouncer, able to get it under the bar for the nice goal there. That's his third. Completes the hat trick here. Now, if you're Maryland here, you've already got 2 face-off violations. You don't want to go early here. You don't want to give UAlbany an opportunity to get any more man-ups. Try to get a chance to get back in this game, so you've got to be smart and make sure you're not jumping early here.
No matter what way this game ends today, Edris at the X will be a big bright spot for the Great Danes.
Scored by number 24, Jack PUCCI.
Weirman wins this one, though.
Assisted at 5:36 of the fourth quarter. Maryland penalty number 27. Will Schaller.
Gotta come.
1 minute for slashing.
Schaller gets called for that slash penalty. But Maryland with the face-off win can just burn the entire thing, accomplishing 2 goals. You burn the penalty and you burn another minute off the clock.
Yeah.
Gibbons See, Richmond was ready for a big check there at the mid-stripe line if he took one more step closer. Now in the corner, Kelly takes a look up at the big scoreboard in the south end of the end zone. And now we're even. Whittier comes back in. Whittier's a player that John Tillman mentioned has really been translating his work in practice to game now. Nice pass there. As he gets inside, he'll put an assist into his column as Owen Murphy. No, it was saved by Van Valkenburg. I thought that snuck through.
I think it was a crease violation. I think they called the crease.
Very good, very good.
He stepped in before it was, so goal came off there.
But a quick turnover there by UAlbany. Four minutes to go here. All the way to the far side. They come to the weak side, and that is a goal right there by Kyle Long, his first of the day, as he rips it from outside.
Kyle Long was able to get time and space, more time and space, nobody near him, and he's able to just tee off on the far side pipe on Van Valkenburg to make it 16-9 Maryland over UAlbany, sorry, with 3:43 to play here.
Top six scorers for Maryland all have at least one goal today.
Scott Maher is going to take a timeout here and get his troops together as this fourth quarter has gotten away from them here, and Maryland, the defending national champ, starts to pull away from the Great Danes.
9-4 Maryland thus far in the second half, and you're really seeing some of that, really all of it shift, all of the momentum shift the Maryland way.
Yeah, I mean, UAlbany's had opportunities, though. Their offense right now is just, it's kind of stagnant. It's not the UAlbany offense that we're used to. They don't have as many assists as they normally do, and I think when you look at some of those stats, that's one of the telltale signs for UAlbany right now. For the amount of goals that they have, in 34 goals, they've only had like 13 assists. That's not usually UAlbany lacrosse.
Great Danes start the America East Conference play next Saturday here at Tom and Mary Casey Stadium against the UMass Lowell Riverhawks. A noon start. We'll have it for you here on ESPN Plus. After that, it's on the road to take on the defending conference champion UVM Catamounts on the 25th. And then back here to take on UMBC on April Fool's Day, May 1st, or April 1st rather. For Maryland, it'll be Virginia on next Saturday at Virginia, then at Penn State, or home against Penn State on the 25th. And then on April 1st, they will take on the University of Michigan Wolverines. And part of the Big Ten season there for Maryland. It's funny, I said to you earlier, I still have trouble after all these years thinking of Maryland as a Big Ten team. They're still the ACC to me. I don't know why that is, but
yeah, I'm in the same boat. I hear you.
So a new face-off man for Maryland as they'll go with Gavin Ty, the 6'1" senior out of Malvern, Pennsylvania.
He's actually a University of Virginia transfer as well. He'll get a couple of cracks here in his fourth quarter. Give Luke Wehrman a rest as he's had a pretty battle-tested day versus Regan Enders.
Ty had 7 ground balls against UAlbany last year, but did not win that face-off, as Enders does. 17 face-off wins now for Regan. Whistle sounds. And another timeout for UAlbany, a possession timeout.
TJ Sheehan was stuck in a tough place there between two defenders. Use that last timeout. Make sure you maintain possession here. See if you can get a good offensive set here. Nonetheless, UAlbany's shown that they can play with with top 10 teams. They've played really well versus Cornell. It was a 1-goal game going into the fourth quarter. They had a really good effort here today versus Maryland before they started to get away here in the fourth quarter. As it gets to conference play now, that's the most important thing. These games prep you for your conference play. As UAlbany enters conference play right now in the America East, they're truly battle-tested. They'll be able to go into these games knowing, hey, we've played with 2 of the top teams in the country, and that gives them that motivation and success to hopefully continue to move forward in the America East.
And you get a good test early on with Vermont and UMBC, 2 of the teams that were picked near the top, and improving UMass Lowell program as well. So you're going to find out where you stand in the America East very quickly as you try to secure A, your playoff spot, and B, home field.
Yep, and Scott Maher's philosophy has always been the most important thing is make sure you make the America East tournament, because when they make the America East tournament, they usually be able to have a chance to be able to make it, and they usually win the America East tournament. The last couple of years, they have not had that, but Scott does like this team a lot. They feel really strong about this team, so hopefully they've done some good team building with these losses, and they've got some good takeaways to take into the conference play coming up here in the next couple of weeks.
16 conference championship games in 19 years of making the playoffs is a pretty good track record for this Albany team. Get it restarted. Peter Salit near side. 3:30 to go here in this one. Salit goes goal line extended, gets doubled immediately.
And Teddy Dolan
PALANDJIAN just blows up his defender as PALANDJIAN just bull rushed Garrett Gibbons.
Yeah, there's a size mismatch there. Teddy Dolan is checked into the game for Maryland. He's going to get some time. Former Binghamton goalie, very familiar with Albany. The lefty as opposed to Rupel being the righty. He makes a save there, gives him a new shot clock.
54.3% save percentage, and goalie last year, 14 games, 14 starts for the Bearcats.
You can see how quick Maryland is to double there, knowing as they're dodging from that wing, that slide's coming super early, and by the time they're turning out of it, they're just turning into trouble right there with that aggressive double. Giving Albany fits today as they've dodged from that wing as Pacino picks off the pass.
Cost turnover for Jake. He'll go the other way. Lays it all the way over for TJ Sheehan. He'll rip one.
Just a bit outside.
Vaughn tried the corner and missed. Couldn't connect. Major League fans will get that one. PUCCI. Gets Pacino back.
There's the mind games at the box. Salit has a step.
Well defended there as PALANDJIAN couldn't get it to him.
I think when you know you have that guy coming out of the box, you've got to open up that middle space, get wide, to be able to create a valley for him to be able to dodge down.
PUCCI. Sheehan deflected. Burley's got a piece of that. Good hustle by Dolan.
And Dylan did get it. The far side official got called off by the near side, and he won the race closest to the line when it went out of bounds.
Dolan will put it back into play.
Minute 52 to play here.
Dolan from Garden City. And spent time, as we said, down at Binghamton in the Southern Tier. Home of one of my good buds and college roommates. Timeout call by John Tillman on the near side. 1:37 to go, 16-9 Maryland on top. Second time this year, actually Maryland's done it in this game in the first half with the 5-goal run. It's the second time this year the Terrapins have put that together, but also did it against Richmond. We've seen that happen a lot from a team that has the offensive potency of Maryland, those 5-goal runs. Get another look at the hits in this game, and PALANDJIAN, that's the second time, at least the second time he's done that. The first time he did it, it led to a goal.
It's the old bull dodge. I'm bigger than you, and I'm going to show you. Put your shoulder down, create the space, step back, and shoot off the defender.
John Tillman adding another Bernhardt to the program this year as he picked up Jake Bernhardt as an offensive coordinator from the University of Vermont. Did some great things up there with Chris Pfeiffer in that program, winning the America East last year. So Jake joins his brother Jesse as two assistant coaches on this program, along with Tim Abransky, who joined the program this year from Mercer.
Yeah, like close-knit community. We talk about the Maryland community, just the culture that they have, and the family atmosphere that they've developed over the course of the years, and the amount of players that return back to the program. They've done some amazing things. Just really impressed with Maryland. Coming off the national championship from last year, and just what they're doing right now with this team as well.
Yeah. Last 90 seconds of this one. Pacino creates the double, gets the turnover as Runkle picks up the ground ball, but turns it right back over.
Spanos going to get himself another turnover, 2 in a row. Stay on top of the NCAA turnover list.
Don't want him to take any more face-offs. Be 1 for 1 the rest of the year. Look down inside. Sheehan lets it go. It's just a little bit to the right. Backed up by Richmond. 1:07 to go. We said we're back with you next Saturday at noon. UMass Lowell and UAlbany here.
1 minute remaining.
Goes off a Richmond stick. Gets connected there. Taken away as King Ripley now into the lineup for the Terps. Comes away with it, lobs it down into the offensive end. Shot clock now inconsequential. 42 seconds to go here in this one.
And I think for UAlbany, I mean, this is just a big week for them to focus on their offense. They've had good defensive performances. This fourth quarter got away from them today, but I mean, you did see some encouraging things. Regan Enders did a really good job at X today. You saw the offense. They're pretty much right at their goals per game right now. 8.5 is what they've had. They got 9 today. UAlbany's got to get back into that double-digit goal performance as they get into conference play to be ready here. That's going to be a big focus this week, is getting the offense up to the UAlbany standards and where it's usually been for the past few years.
Final 5 seconds of this one. Maryland will move to 45 consecutive wins when they hold their opponent to 9 goals or fewer. And the defending national champions make the trip up to Albany and walk out with a win, 16-9. But I think you hit the nail right on the head, Mike. This is a loss for UAlbany, but Scott Marr has talked about it's not always about the wins and losses. It's about making the progressions, and I think you'll agree there's progression in this game.
Yeah, progress over perfection. That's what you're just looking to do. Get better each week, continue to grow, learn what you've learned from the past, don't step in puddles, continue to make sure learn from your mistakes and learn how to get better from it as you move forward in your season.
Daniel Maltz with 4 goals, Braden Erksa with 4 goals to lead the way for Maryland. For UAlbany, Jack PUCCI had 3 goals in the effort. 10 saves for Jack Van Valkenburg and 13 for Brian Ruppel. That is the story from on a beautiful Saturday afternoon on the campus of the University of Albany. For Mike Tesoreiro, our entire crew, I'm Rich Becker saying so long from Bob Ford Field at Tom and Mary Casey Stadium, where the final score is Maryland 16, UAlbany 9. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. We'll see you next Saturday at noon against UMass Lowell. This has been a presentation of ESPN. So long, everybody. Have a great afternoon.